The NHS. 3 letters that hold the beating heart of Britain. It's more than a healthcare system. It's a promise. A promise that no matter who you are, where you come from, or what's in your wallet, you will be cared for. But behind that promise lies a truth that's both beautiful and unsettling. That the NHS, one of Britain's proudest achievements, survives because of the people who weren't born here. It's built and is still standing on the dedication of migrant hands, migrant hearts, and migrant hopes. From the moment it was founded in 1948, the NHS has been powered by people who came here beyond Britain's shores. When the country was rebuilding after the Second World War, it was the Windrush generation, nurses, doctors and porters from the Caribbean, who filled the wards when no one else would. Decades later, when the system began to strain again, it was doctors from India, Nigeria, the Philippines, and Eastern Europe who stepped in to keep it alive. Today, around 1 in 6 NHS workers was born overseas. Nearly half of all doctors were trained outside the UK. These are not just numbers, they are lives, stories, and sacrifices. They are the night shifts that never end, the comforting voice that soothed our grandparents, and hands that hold ours in moments of fear. Without them, the NHS would not just struggle, it might collapse entirely. But here lies the irony, one that Britain rarely wants to face. How can a country so proud of its healthcare system rely so heavily on people it too often undervalues? For every celebration of diversity, there's another headline blaming migrants for taking jobs or draining resources. For every thank you NHS poster, there's a visa backlog or pay freeze waiting in the shadows. The truth is, migration has become both the NHS's greatest strength and its deepest wound. It keeps the system alive, yet hides how broken the system has become, because behind every recruitment drive abroad is a quiet confession that the UK is failing to train, fund, and retain enough of its own. It's easier to import a skill than to repair the structure that keeps losing it, and that dependence raises a painful question. What does it mean for the world when Britain's survival depends on others' sacrifice? Every nurse who leaves Lagos or Manila for London leaves a gap back home. Every doctor trained in Delhi strengthens Britain but weakens the system they left behind. We call it opportunity, but to many nations it's a quiet drain, a loss of talent, a loss of care. So while the NHS gains strength, somewhere else another hospital struggles to stand. And yet, despite all this, they come. They come with hope, with courage, with belief in something larger than borders. They come because the idea of helping, of healing, transcends nationality. They come because the NHS still represents something pure, a belief that compassion should never have a price tag. In every accent you hear in hospital corridor, there is a story of sacrifice and faith. Faith that no matter how divided this island becomes, there is still humanity worth serving. So would the NHS collapse without migrant workers? Maybe not today, or maybe not tomorrow, but it would lose its soul. Because the NHS is not just British, it's global, it's human. It's a living testament to what happens when the world comes together to care. They don't just heal our bodies, they remind us who we are. And perhaps that's the lesson Britain needs most right now.